my advice to him is as he's moving up to his upcoming fight, make sure that he focus on speed, he focus on how to improve his strength and while maintaining the speed. Canelo Crawford, good fight. Good fight. No. Canelo has advantage because Crawford moving up, but my advice to Crawford is like maintain the speed, improve the speed, and improve the strength.
Okay, take a pic. Can you take a pic?
In a recent explosive interview, boxing legend Manny Pacquiao didn't hold back as he broke down the highly anticipated showdown between Terence "Bud" Crawford and Canelo Alvarez. Drawing from his own battles across 8 weight divisions, Pacquiao offered a sharp warning to Crawford: moving up 2 divisions is no small gamble. Pacquiao urged Crawford to focus on speed, strength, and discipline training, but admitted bluntly that the advantage lies with Canelo. At 168 pounds, Alvarez is the natural super middleweight, a champion whose power and size could overwhelm Crawford's precision and timing. Pacquiao explained it with one of his signature analogies.
If you were to fight, let's say Terence Crawford, what weight would you want to fight at?
147.
147 still?
Yeah.
All right, well, I think you might be watching this. This is going to make a little bit of news. Why don't you go ahead and challenge him right now?
Because my natural weight is 140, so I mean I'm just moving up to 147, so it's not getting hard to reduce.
He says he wants to fight Canelo maybe at 168 pounds. Do you imagine him beating Canelo at that weight?
I don't know. I can't imagine. Let's wait.
When you have a math exam tomorrow, you don't study English. You prepare only for the subject you will be tested on. Crawford must do the same, prepare specifically for Canelo's style, not just general training. For Pacquiao, who once shocked Antonio Margarito at 154 pounds, speed and technique can bridge the gap, but only up to a point. Canelo has the big advantage, he cautioned. Crawford needs to manage his body, his speed, and his power. This is a hard exam. The fight is set for September 13, 2025, in Las Vegas. Crawford is daring to jump 2 weight classes to challenge Alvarez for the undisputed super middleweight crown, with all 6 major titles on the line in a single night. It will stream live on Netflix, and already, it's being called the biggest fight boxing has seen in decades. Crawford, unbeaten at 41-0 with 31 knockouts, has conquered champions like Errol Spence Jr. and Israel
That's not easy for Crawford. I mean, it's Canelo has the big advantage, but Crawford needs to manage well his body, his speed, and his power, because he's moving up to another level of weight.
I asked this because you did it with Margarito. You went to 54, and people were like, "Oh my God, this guy's so big, Margarito!" But your speed made the difference in that fight. Well, what advice would you give a smaller guy like Crawford to fight someone like Canelo, who's a lot bigger and stronger?
You know, preparing like that opponents, like is not only the speed, but you know the techniques that you can use in the fight. Like make sure that in your daily routine, training routine, like that, make sure that all the techniques, strategy, combination, like you know, it's accurate to your opponent's style. You know what I'm talking about? Like when you have a exam, a math exam tomorrow, you have to review right now a math subject. You don't need to review English subject or a science subject. You have to review math subject because tomorrow you're going to have a exam. You're going to exam a math subject. That's
a hard exam.
If he wins, he'll become the first man in history to claim undisputed status in 3 divisions in the 4-belt era. Canelo, however, stands as the established force, 63 wins, 4-division champion, and the first ever undisputed super middleweight king. And while Canelo oozes confidence, declaring, "He's not going to beat me. Don't worry about it," many experts see this as far from straightforward. Juan Manuel Marquez is deeply skeptical. He praised Crawford's brilliance at lower weights but warned the leap to 168 is reckless. Weight classes exist for a reason, Marquez stressed.
You've accepted this fight now, but in the previous years you said it doesn't interest you because you have nothing to gain and everything to lose. If he were to beat you, how damaging would that be to the Canelo brand?
He's not gonna beat me. Don't worry about it. He's not gonna beat me. Don't worry about it. I think this fight is gonna be in the books of the history of boxing for sure. That's for sure.
For sure, them belts coming with me. They coming home with me.
When you say, I want Canelo, is there anybody in the camp that would say, you're not ready for this?
That's a big boy. He's strong. That's a conversation. It's not just, oh man, you will whoop his ass. Like
yes,
that.
Man type stuff.
I'm not worried about Canelo. I'm not thinking about Canelo. I'm just focused on Israel Majimov.
In a small way, is this a stepping stone to your dream fight?
I don't look at fights as stepping stones. It's about now.
At 154, he already looked slower, with less power. Adding more mass will take away his fluidity. This is too steep a jump. Roy Jones Jr. disagrees, insisting the fight isn't about weight, but about execution. If Canelo fights the way he should, he wins. If he fights poorly, Crawford will seize the opportunity, Jones explained. Weight doesn't matter much when you're as skilled as...
Listen, Canelo needs to understand he's a different fighter now. The deterioration is there. He's not the same guy. He's not that destroyer who's looking for knockouts early and keeps a pace and a pressure on you. He throws 30 punches around. You're not the same guy. So telling everyone you're going to knock them out and then going into, 6 decisions in a row now? Scores a knockdown every time. The power's still there. The problem is the pace and the ability to carry on and push. That's the real difference, and that comes with age. He's 34 going on 45 at this, as far as I'm concerned. He's got a ton of fights, been around for a long time, doesn't have that same desire, the same drive to take the chances against these younger, bigger guys, because he is fighting younger, bigger guys. So you got to keep that in mind as well.
I'll say he is the hardest, for sure. One of the fighters that hit very hard was Angulo. You know, he's a Cuban guy, and he punched very hard too, so I'll say both of them are like the same, but, you know, with Canelo, I was just mentally ready for his shots. You know, I already told myself, I know I'm gonna get hit. I know I'm gonna get hit on my chin, but it's, you know, I gotta bite down on my mouthpiece and push. You know, and look what happened in the third round. I got hit with a left hook. I dropped, we'd be practicing in camp the whole time, you know, keeping my right hand to my chin, and I wound up just moving, and he connected right on my chin. And you see how I punched my glove, you know, that's like a thing for me when I, you know, my last time when I got dropped, I was punching my gloves, 'cause I'm like, damn, I got hit with a shot. I'm not supposed to be on the floor. But, you know, it comes to boxing. You know, the greats done got dropped, you know, got hurt. But it's about how you come back and respond.
But the key is absorbing Canelo's power and not turning this into a foot race. If you run from a big man, you give him confidence. That's stupid. Jim Lampley, the legendary voice of HBO boxing, leaned toward Canelo but emphasized Crawford's danger. He compared Bud's adaptability to a modern Sugar Ray Robinson, pointing out that Crawford can switch stances seamlessly and impose his will with ruthless timing. Canelo's power is real, but Crawford can neutralize it if he boxes a perfect fight, Lampley said. Meanwhile, Andre Ward remains firmly in Crawford's corner. The Hall of Famer has made it clear, I'm not betting against Terence Crawford against anybody right now. Somebody has to prove they can break his will. Until then, I'm siding.
I don't like the fight because Terence Crawford is a good fighter, but in the sport of boxing, it has divisions. You know what I mean? You know?
Right. Weight classes.
You know what?
Right.
Yeah, weight classes
for a reason.
Weight classes for And Terence Crawford is a good fighter in super lightweight, welterweight, super welterweight, but I think more. I remember when Terence Crawford fought with Madrimov.
Yes.
He looks slow. He looks with no power, and 3 more divisions. Two more divisions. I think it's a top fight for Terence Crawford, but Terence Crawford is a great fighter. He has a great defense. He has a good combination punches, but I think the weight class is no good for him.
With Crawford. Other voices like Showbiz the adult point to the unknown. Can Crawford absorb Canelo's shots? I was ringside when Canelo hit Charlo. You could hear those punches echo. I don't know if Crawford can take that. That's the real question. And yet, Crawford himself has no doubts. He insists this fight isn't about money, it's about legacy. Canelo is the face of boxing, Crawford declared. This is the biggest fight in the last 20 years. I'm going to make history. Whether it's Pacquiao's warning, Marquez's skepticism, or Ward's unwavering belief, one thing is clear, this is not just another fight. It's a collision of eras, styles, and legacies. If Canelo wins, critics may claim Crawford was too small, but his reign at super middleweight continues. If Crawford wins, he etches his name alongside the all-time greats, and may even walk away into retirement, having conquered boxing's biggest star. On September 13th, the world will see if speed, skill, and brilliance can defy size, power, and dominance. Will Terence Crawford's boxing IQ neutralize Canelo's physical edge? Or will Canelo Alvarez prove too strong, too durable, and too experienced for the smaller man daring to chase greatness? The exam is coming, and the whole boxing world will be watching. Please like and subscribe my YouTube channel.